Hello students, today we will discuss about the determination of calorific value by bomb calorimeter. Then what's the principle of this bomb calorimeter? In this, a known mass of the fuel is burnt, then the quantity of heat produced is absorbed by water and measured, then the whatever quantity of heat produced by the burning or combustion of a unit mass of the fuel is calculated. Bomb calorimeter is an apparatus used to find the calorific value of solid and liquid fuels. Then the construction of bomb calorimeter we can divide into three parts. First is the stainless steel vessel. Bomb calorimeter consists of a strong cylindrical stainless steel bomb capable of withstand at high pressure and which is corrosion resistant, in which the combustion of fuel is made to take place. The bomb is provided with a lid which can screw to the body of the bomb to make a perfect gaze tight seal. The lid is provided with two stainless steel electrodes and oxygen inlet valve. To one of the electrode, a small ring is attached. In this ring, a nickel or stainless steel crucible can be supported. The bomb is placed in a copper calorimeter having a known weight of water. Second is the copper calorimeter, in which bomb calorimeter is placed. The copper calorimeter is surrounded by air jacket and water jacket. Then what's the role of these air and water jacket? To prevent the heat loss during the experiment. You can see in the diagram bomb or stainless steel vessel, two electrodes, one oxygen inlet valve, then Beckmann thermometer and stirrer inserted or placed or lowered into the copper calorimeter. This Beckmann thermometer is capable to read 1/100 part of the degree. And stirrer, what's the role of the stirrer? For the uniform distribution of heat in the water. Known weight of fuel is taken. Then what's the working principle of this bomb calorimeter? It's a calorimeter. Bomb is placed in this calorimeter. Then fuse wire, battery, then oxygen inlet valve, copper calorimeter in which known weight of water is filled. Copper lid is there. Mechanical stirrer for the uniform distribution of heat. Then the thermometer, it's a Beckmann thermometer which can read 1/100 part of the degree. Then air jacket and water jacket to prevent the heat loss during the experiment. Then what's the working? Known weight of fuel sample is taken in silica crucible, and with the help of magnesium wire this fuel is ignited and heat is produced. Whatever amount of heat produced by the unit mass is transferred to the water which is filled in copper calorimeter. Initial temperature of water is already noted, and the final temperature, it means after the observation. Mass of fuel taken in gram is x gram. Mass of water in calorimeter is w gram. Water equivalent to copper calorimeter set is small w gram. Gross calorific value of fuel is L calories per gram. Rise in temperature of water T2 minus T1, maximum temperature minus initial temperature of the water. Heat liberated by burning of fuel equals to the heat absorbed by water and calorimeter. It means whatever amount of heat produced by the burning of the unit mass of fuel sample is completely transferred to the water which is filled in copper calorimeter. So we can write the formula XL W plus W T2 minus Twin. So we can write higher calorific value W plus W T2 minus T1 upon X calorie per gram. Then to find out the accurate or exact heat produced by the unit mass of fuel sample, some corrections are there. Fuse wire correction. Fuse wire correction, the measured heat also includes the heat given by ignition of the fuse wire and hence must be subtracted from the total value. Then acid correction, the sulfur present in the coal is converted into H2SO4 in the bomb. It means sulfur react with oxygen and form sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen and water and formation of H2SO4. It means it's an exothermic reaction. It means heat is liberated. Similarly, nitrogen present in the coal and part of that in the air in the bomb are converted into HNO3. So again there is a liberation of energy or heat. Formation of these acid is an exothermic. Thus the measured heat also includes the heat given out during acid formation. So whatever amount of heat produced by the acid formation should be subtracted by the total value. Then the cooling correction, rate and time taken for cooling the water in calorimeter from maximum temperature to room temperature must be considered from the rate of cooling and the actual time taken for the cooling. It may be x minutes, and the cooling correction dt into x must be added to the rise in temperature T2 minus T1. Then the formula, you can see the values of naphthalene, camphor, benzoic acid, salicylic acid. After the correction, what will be the formula? W plus W T2 minus T1 plus cooling correction minus acid correction and fuse wire correction upon mass of fuel sample taken